In this video, we talk about whether or not Canelo Alvarez cherry picks his opponents. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy. There's a lot of talk about Canelo Alvarez cherry picking his opponents, how, he's not fighting the Charlo, he's not fighting the Benavidez, he's not fighting the Andrade. But I feel like him going up and fighting Makabu is an even tougher fight than any of those guys, because you're moving into the higher, these are the highest of high divisions where you have the hardest punchers. Makabu dropped Tony Bellew. Obviously, he didn't win that fight. He got knocked out by Tony Bellew, in fact. But to drop a tough competitor like Tony Bellew, it shows he has power. He can hurt Canelo. And Canelo's one of these guys. He has a granite chin. We've never seen him hurt besides one fight against Miguel Cotto. So
yeah. It's a huge risk for him, but like he said himself, he loves challenges, so he's gonna go up there and face. And if he's able to win, that's just a huge wow moment for his whole legacy and everything. I don't see how the Canelo kind of naysayers say he's cherry picking his opponents, but I think whatever happens in that fight in cruiserweight, then whoever's fought for the number one contention in 168 would be a good fight for him then afterwards.
Yeah, if he can even make that weight after, because I feel like he might move to light heavyweight, fight someone like one of the Dmitry Bivol's of the world or Artur Beterbiev, one of those guys that are at the top of the division. Obviously, we saw him knock out Sergey Kovalev in that division at light heavyweight. So, that's also a possible division for him to unify, become undisputed. I mean, he has so much ahead of him, and he's so young in his prime, 31 years old. It's crazy. And these people say he's cherry picking. I mean, the thing is, if he were to fight a Benavidez, who, he's a young guy, he's 24 years old, he's good, I think he's probably up there at 168, probably top guy he could fight. And he had a nice performance a few weeks ago.
Yeah, it was a good performance. I wouldn't say his best performance, but it's still definitely a good performance from him. Yeah. And I could see him fighting Canelo as well, maybe in the near future.
But I just feel like if Canelo were to fight Benavidez, I feel like that doesn't prove as much as going up to cruiserweight. Because,
yeah, exactly.
I mean, Benavidez is a 24-year-old guy. What are they going to say?
Yeah, he's young.
Benavidez,
Yeah, for Canelo's legacy, if he really wants to put the extra thing in his own legacy, I think cruiserweight would probably. And also
a lot of people.
Bigger statement.
Also, a lot of people, they say the Charlos and the Andrades and these guys at 160 who Canelo's far past 160 at this point, and to be honest, these guys should be fighting each other. They shouldn't.
Yeah.
They're all trying to fight Canelo, but most of them are undefeated, like Charlo, Andrade, Benavidez, And but Canelo's been going through these undefeated guys. Well, they're not undefeated anymore. Callum Smith, Billy Joe Saunders, Caleb Plant, all in the last year.
Yeah, he's doing. Span he's done is insane.
He's doing big things. He's beating undefeated guys who are good, tough competitors. So I'm gonna have to say that he is not a cherry picker.
Yeah, I fully agree.
This clip is taken from the Punch Plan podcast, which you can check out on screen now, or you can listen to it in the link in the description on Spotify. Also, we are posting tons of different things related to the podcast on all of our social medias, including TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Make sure to subscribe here and follow us there if you enjoyed.